How wealthy are the British really? The engine versus the fuel. So if you're here, you're going to enjoy this. Most people focus on their salary. And guess what? That's the fuel coming in every month. But net worth, that's the size of your fuel tank. So how much you're getting in, is the only number that tells you how long you could survive if your engine stopped. Today we're stripping away the leased cars and the fancy titles to see what the average person in the UK actually owns. Once you take away what they owe, people aren't distinguishing those two. I've pulled the latest data from the ONS Wealth and Assets Survey and the Resolution Foundation. We're going to look at the median net worth for every age group, and I guarantee the real numbers will make you feel a lot better about yourself and your own progress. So we're looking at those chunks. We're going to be looking at remember, we're not using averages. I don't like the word average. We're looking at median, and then we're going to look at under 30s. We look at 30 to 40. We look at the top 10%ers, like the biggish guys. So let me see now what we're thinking here. Let's look at the poster, the movie poster versus the movie. We've got Simon and Helen. Simon? Helen. Simon is a high flyer. He earns 100k, lives in a rented house, penthouse though, not a normal house, and drives a Porsche. And he's got another car on the side on a PCP finance deal. On the other hand, we've got the movie poster. He looks like a millionaire. But you know what? Poster versus movie. What about Helen? So Helen is a nurse on 35k. She lives in a normal house, like maybe bought 10 years ago, and drives like a 2018 Toyota Corolla or something. She paid for it in cash and bought it. It's hers. So if both lost their jobs today, Simon would be bankrupt in 60 days. Helen could survive for 10 years. It's like quick maths I did. We're going to look at why Helen has a blockbuster net worth and Simon is just a flip-flop in a second. Let me come back to this. So the net worth benchmarks, let me let you know about what I'm talking here. So if you've got a net worth, you're talking about your house equity, the cash, the investments, the pension, and then we've got the mortgage side of things, which is like the loans, credit cards, all the money you owe. So that would probably explain what the two mean if you've not come across those. The national median, like individual, the data according to the ONS Wealth and Assets Survey 2024-2026 projections, the median individual net worth in the UK is approximately about £158,000. But if you own more than 160k in total assets, like this is your house and everything I mentioned earlier, including your pension, you are wealthier than half the country. We don't consider this, do we? We don't consider this. We don't look at it in detail. So the under 30s, let's look at each age group like I normally do. The median net worth is about £15,000. So this is like the Resolution Foundation. This is a Wealth Gap 2025 report. If you have a positive net worth in your 20s, meaning like your car and your cash is worth more than your student loan credit card, you are already winning. If you're here, how do you feel about that? Does that sound about right? But what about if you're like in the equity jump, if you're 30 to 40s? Median net worth jumps to £75,000 in 30s and £190,000 in your 40s. That's like a big jump. And that's like the age breakdown table I was looking at there for the ONS Wealth and Asset Survey. This jump isn't because they are saving more. It's usually because their house value went up. So you're not, if you got a house, don't compare your cash to your equity. Cash is actual money. Equity is this was worth this then. And as things progress, it's now worth this. What about the top 10%ers, like the millionaire clubs? To be in the top 10% of individuals in the UK, your net worth needs to be £720,000. Ka-ching. This is like the HMRC National Statistics data on wealth distribution. there's a ghost in the machine here. What about pensions? You've got like the group above this where we could worry about. So there is some information here, which is data showing that 42% of British wealth is tied up in private pensions, nearly half. It's money you can't touch. When you see your neighbor with like a new net worth of 500k, you're probably like, what? Can't afford £1,000 holiday, mate, today without using like a credit card. So what's this going on about? But stop chasing the net worth number just to feel big. Focus on the liquid net worth, which is what we're doing today. We're breaking down like those values. The money you can't actually spend, that's where true freedom lies. Because you've got your pensions, you've got things locked away. You can't get it now, you can get it when you want it. But if you can access liquid net worth, money available to you, not tied up in a fixed bond, not tied up in houses, which you have to sell, and then what's the market like? Remember we did the season 15 was me buying a house, and oh my God, that nightmare of a bloody thing. To be honest, it worked out all right. I managed to do it in 4 months, selling and buying, but I've been looking at Reddit and some people are just worrying, and it's causing. What about back to Simon and Helen before I forget? So we started off with Simon's net worth was actually negative £20,000 because his debts were bigger than his assets. That can happen. Helen's net worth was £210,000 because she owned her car and had huge equity in her home. Helen is a silent winner. Well done, Helen. Net worth isn't about bragging rights, it's about sleep insurance. The higher the number, the better you sleep. Forget the leased Porsche. Focus on the foundations, people. Stop building a poster. Start making the movie. I'm Zulf, and this is the Money Scorecard. Well done, you've made it to episode 4 right now. I'm having an absolute party here. I'm enjoying these. I've been looking at a lot of data, and having like a data background, it helps just pinching out numbers and making our little stories. How are you doing at the moment? Let me know if these are going, you're enjoying these. It's slightly different to what I normally do. I wanted season 18 to be like a special season. And if you recall, we are working through this in the terms of working for yourself. So all of this information should help you understand what we should do, what we're looking at next. Episode 5 is going to be the lifestyle trap. Why you feel broke even though you have a good salary. That's the thing. A lot of people I talk to, like, they're doing all right, but they don't feel like they're doing all right. I've got like some data from the ASDA income tracker and some retail economics reports. That'll be riveting, mate. If you're here for the next one, you're going to enjoy that. What's one question you're stuck on right now? Contact me on zulftalks.com. You could drop me a message on Insta or email me there. If you want, you could even put your answer below this episode in the comment section. I read through every single one and it helps me shape the shows. So it'll be good to hear from you.
Working for yourself, I know you love it. Working for yourself, 'cause I love it too. Working for yourself, Zulf talks about it, making it easy for you. Working for yourself, go be your own boss. Working for yourself, Zulf will help you along. Working for yourself, powered by trusted creators, zulftalks.com.